Hi everyone, it is India and I am back for some more tips and tricks for Microsoft Teams, especially for educators. Um, for this, I'm going to teach you where to update Microsoft Teams because, of course, they're competing with a lot of other platforms like Zoom and Google Meets and other things. So they are making updates regularly, and you want to make sure that you have the latest update so that you get all of the permissions and your students get all of the permissions possible to use within Teams. Also, I'm going to show you how to um, ensure that you are able to see large gallery view because on the general settings that Microsoft Team has is not checked. So you will only be able to view 9 people at a time within the meeting. But once we check the box and get situated, you'll be able to view up to 70. You'll be able to view 49 people within squares. And then they also have another feature called All Together where they put you in a classroom setting and you're able to see different people within that setting, and it takes away the boxes. So let's get started as far as the updates. So in the very top corner, you have your initials, and you want to click on that. You may have a picture. I probably should change and put a picture for me. But to check the version that you have, you'll go to About here and you'll go to Version. And a little thing will pop up and it tells you what version that you have of Microsoft Teams, just in case, there is an update or someone says, hey, you probably should download or upload the version such and such. You can see if you already have it or not. How to check for updates. Right underneath About is check for updates. I would say click check for updates literally probably once a week, because again, they are updating things often. So it says we will check and install. It went away too quick. Well, it said we'll check in. It won't let me do it again because I already did it. But it says we'll check for updates and install while you're working. So it does just use the internet to update it, and it'll update while it works. But however, you need to make sure you click it. I'm gonna try one more time. Yeah, I already clicked it. So it's like, we're already checking, lady. You're updated. Leave us alone. All right. So big thing, big thing. This is how you'll be able to use the large gallery view. So if you have those larger classes, larger than 9 students, which I'm very positive most of us have, you'll want to go to settings. And in settings, you want to go down to application and make sure that you click the turn on new meeting experience. Once you click that, you need to literally log off of Microsoft Teams and restart your computer for it to work. All right. Now, I've already done it, so I'm not going to restart the computer again. So my meeting is already kind of up to date. I just unclicked it for the video to show you which one you do click. So again, you could go here, settings. You want to make sure that turn on new meeting experience is checked. So now I'm going to go ahead and join in on that meeting that I created earlier. Turn the mic off so it doesn't give us 2 mics at the same time. So I'm joining here. We're now in that space. Your microphone is muted. I know, I did. Another thing, just in case you did not know, if you have a slash over something, that means that it is disabled or not working at that time. So if I was to click on the camera, you'll see me again. I'm in a virtual background. I can show you how to do that as well. But I now just turned on my camera so the camera sees me, and I don't want the microphones to overlap, but you unmute yourself there, and then you can mute yourself, and it'll also show you that you're muted over here. So how do I do a virtual background, and how you also can teach your students how to do a virtual background? So very first thing before a virtual background is I want to say that you know that you're in the correct version of Microsoft Teams when your header is up here at the top of the screen and not down here at the bottom where you have to hover over to see it. If it is at the bottom, that means that you need to go back and check that new Teams experience. That means you also need to go back and check to make sure that you have an update. Because if it's at the bottom, then you are limited to the things that you can do. You also will only be able to see 9 people. And I know this is probably crazy that it's 2 of us on here, but you'll only be able to see 9 people at a time. All right. So let's change the background first. So virtual background, you go over to the 3 dots. You should see apply background effects. It pops up and you can choose what you want to do or where you want to go. And it does take a second. Oh, you don't want to do that one? What about this one? Repeat preview. Oh, there it is. All right. So you just click turn on and apply. Again, I'm still working through Microsoft Teams. I'm just teaching you what I know. Some things about background is that some students, depending on their device, will not have the option for virtual backgrounds. The only option they'll have is to blur their background. A lot of students who may be on like cell phones have the option to blur their background, which I think this is probably going to be the least distracting, most effective one to do. So you could ask students to, hey, blur your background. Now, I do know that some students, if they're working on like iPads, do not have the option to do anything to their background. So just be mindful of that. It depends all on the device that they are on. However, they should still be able to go to the 3 dots and see a background effect if they are able to do it. Within these 3 dots, you have gallery, which allows you 9 people. You have large gallery. Now, I'm not able to click large gallery because I don't have people within my video. It's just me. So large gallery allows 49 people for you up to see on video. And then together mode puts you all together without the grid space. It kind of puts you into a classroom like effect. So gallery is 9 people. Large gallery is 49 people. Together mode takes away the grid lines and kind of just puts everyone like kind of like Bitmojis within on a screen. All right. It will only work for the people who have their cameras turned on. And then of course at the very bottom, you'll see little initials like this if their camera is not turned on. Under the 3 dots, you also have start recording. I would recommend recording. However, it just depends on your district, whether or not you can record or not. So that is how you go to and get gallery view, large gallery view, and together mode. Another thing, that's it. I'm going to end the video here because I'm just going to do another video on how to do more. I just want to keep them short, simple, and sweet. All right. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Have a good day.